you should always be training for soccer, whether it's postseason, off-season, preseason, in-season, etc., etc. Because ultimately, our goal is soccer. Now, the postseason is when you should be doing the least amount of training, period. And some athletes will actually take this off. I personally do not recommend this. I instead recommend keeping all of your training sessions to where you are not getting tired and you are not accumulating fatigue. So go out and juggle, do some technical work, but try not to break too much of a sweat, and don't be out there for more than an hour or so at a time. But you could do this even daily if you wanted to. Now, during the off season, in the early off season, when I said to prioritize maximum strength training, I do want you playing soccer. And you could do this either on a daily basis or 4 to 5 days a week. It depends on you and your schedule. However, what I would recommend is this. Only have 1 to 2 higher intensity training sessions a week, max, and try not to put them to where they are before one of your harder lifting sessions. You could either do it on the same day after you lift weights, or you could do it the day after your lifting session. That way you can do maximum performance in the gym while still getting your soccer in. On other days, I would make sure that you focus more on technique work and less on your more intense running aspect of the game while you're doing soccer trainings. So, once again, go out and juggle, practice your passing and dribbling, take some shots, but don't try to accumulate a lot of fatigue. And I would carry over this same principle into the next phase of the off season when you're focusing on speed and power. It's just that I would make sure that your higher intensity stuff comes the day afterwards of your speed and power workouts, because you want to do your speed and power workouts while you're still fresh. Now, as we're approaching preseason, and before we get to preseason, this is when we want to focus in on specificity. So you're going to increase your volume of higher intensity soccer training so you can have more high intensity running within your soccer trainings, because that's what we're trying to do. Is as we approach the season, we get more and more specific to soccer. So as we're approaching preseason, more soccer training. As we're in preseason, we need to be doing a ton of soccer training, because that's the point, to get fit for the season. And then once we're in season, soccer is all we care about, and we're putting everything else on maintenance to try to maintain what we gained in the off season.